Welcome back to those people who've been following us on YouTube today. We are looking at the Club Maryland's men's singles final. We've got Andrew Lawrence up against Luke Fleming. Both of these men have got a list of achievements. Yes, I was just saying we've got Andrew Lawrence against Luke Fleming, a couple of talented bowlers here at Club Maryland's. For those who know about us, we're in Western Sydney, just shy of Parramatta, part of the major hub of the Western CBD of Sydney, New South Wales. If you know much about Club Maryland's, they're the current Platinum men's, well not men's, sorry, Platinum Open Championship winners of New South Wales. We had a couple of ladies in amongst that side as well, so it's a very solid club that you're looking at here. And these are the final two men standing in our singles championship. Andrew Lawrence and Luke Fleming. So my name's Gavin Holburn. I'll be here on commentary doing the cams as well. Here on my own. So if we get a little bit of silence, it's because I'm trying to do a few other things around the place. But we are going to be witness to an amazing game eventually. We have just started just after midday, and this is a very tricky time on this green. Luke Fleming is one of our greenkeepers, so I expect him to pick it up a little bit quicker than Andrew. So Andrew owns the orange bowls. He's got the shot. He's about to put the mat down. But at this particular time of the day, we will often see the greens start to slow down still a touch because of the water coming up, dragged out by the sun, and then it'll start to quicken up. We're probably looking at 16 seconds at the moment. So we're looking at a very quality speed. We're going to see some great bowls here. You might say, oh, okay, that first end, it was a little bit loose, but I can guarantee you that as this green speed starts to just settle down a bit, you are in for a treat. Both of these players have been in amazing form recently. As I said, if you know anything about Club Maryland's bowlers, we're looking at a platinum winning side. Neither of these players were a part of that. So these guys on the fringe of our platinum side have become our top two singles players at club championship level this season. So Andrew Lawrence getting shot on the first end. He's got the orange bowls. Luke Fleming with the red and white. 25 up in this singles game. Andrew's going to switch hands here. Sorry, no he's not. I keep forgetting Andrew, his feet will go in different directions. It'll make it difficult to sometimes see which hand he's going to play. But it works for him. So both of these players have won club championships, club major singles championships at other clubs. In fact, they've both won it at 2 different clubs. But neither have won it here at Marylands. Andrew's been here for a few years now. I think Luke's been here. This is his 2nd season now, as he just sails past a little bit there. But Andrew's been here for a while now. He's won major singles championships at a couple of clubs. Trying to make it a 3rd club here at Club Marylands. Good shot from Andrew, running to his own short bowl, knocked it up for a shot. Luke is going to stay out here on his backhand. Luke's played a lot of clubs in his career. Current greenkeeper at Marylands, and that's why he's playing here at Club Marylands. Started off his apprenticeship as a greenkeeper at Kemps Creek. Quite a small club, won the major singles there. He's moved on to a couple of clubs after that, playing and also greenkeeping at different clubs. He's won a singles championship at Austral. He's won a zone championship. If you're not in New South Wales, you may understand that zones are now no longer the what we talk about. It's with unification. It's all about regions. So similar sort of number of players. So that's Luke has won one at that stage and gone on to often New South Wales championships. He's won a state number 2 pennant in open gender. Andrew's won a state men's number 2 pennant. So very competent bowlers, as you'd expect, as we see Andrew touch the jack, make a couple. And if you weren't with us this morning, you missed out on a cracking game between 17-year-old Chanel Shakouche winning the women's major singles championship against 78-year-old Saley Jones. Cracking game you witnessed there. Luke's going to stay down here on this backhand side and he's just going to hold wide there. So I think it'll be another couple of shots to Andrew. I'll wait for confirmation. Brian's walking up the other end. So Brian Sherlock, Vice President, is our marker. He's just going to wait for Luke to confirm it, which he has. So we have a 3-shot lead to Andrew Lawrence. First to 25 in our men's singles championship. I think we're in for a treat this game. These have been two of the form players at Club Marylands in recent weeks. Both of these players have had some amazing bowls against quality players. Andrew Lawrence in the semi-final, well, he knocked off Cody Packer. You know anything about bowls? Cody Packer is a current Jackaroo. Early on he knocked off Michael Clark, who's been a state player, especially over 60s recently. You may know of him. Luke Fleming, well, he knocked off Jack McShane. There's not a more informed bowler in Australia at the moment than Jack McShane. I'm not quite sure if there is one, as we see Andrew Lawrence finish Jack high. So when you look at the scalps that these two players have picked up, we're in for a treat. There wouldn't be too many levels of bowls in the world where Jack McShane and Cody Packer wouldn't feature. And these guys have beaten them, as we see Luke Fleming get a little touch and sit in behind. So you'll see a lot of live streams of bowls from lots of different places. But when you're talking about at a club level, and you're talking about the likes of Jack McShane and Cody Packer being beaten before this level, we're talking about a high level. So look about the bowl now. He's one of our greenkeepers. Andrew's bowled probably just behind Jack high, so he down on the forehand here. Luke will be looking to just get inside that, make a couple. He's going to finish a little shy. Andrew with the chance for a little trail for three. That'll be plan B. If it's a little bit over, he'll be just trying to draw this one. Get into the groove, get the weight right early on in this game. He's going to be tight, and Luke will have the last option here. So Andrew Lawrence with the orange bowls, leading 3-0. Luke Fleming with the red and white bowls, holding shot here, so he's going to get at least one. Very early on in the Club Marylands Major Singles Championship. Hang tight, you're going to see some great stuff. Luke looking to sit the bowl of Andrew, and he's done that. So it looks like 3 shots to Luke Fleming. Was trailing 3-0, he's now tied it up. That's been confirmed. So if you're unfamiliar with these two bowlers, Andrew Lawrence has been through a few clubs. He's been at Marylands for quite a long time now. Won a few championships with Tony Wood, especially in the pairs, region pairs and club pairs. One of our skips in the next tier down from Platinum, been there for many years. Luke Fleming played a bit of Platinum this year. He's come from, as I said, a couple of different clubs. He's here as a greenkeeper, quality bowler, won a state number 2s with Austral. Andrew Lawrence has won a state twos with Marylands the year before this particular season. So we're looking at a couple of quality bowlers. Bit of a shout out to Luke's daughter, Taylor. She's only 12 years old, was in the rookies state qualifying yesterday, got through to post-sectional with Danelle Hutchinson, got beaten on an extra end. So Taylor's only 12 years old. As we see Luke with a lovely bowl, gets a bit of a toucher. Taylor will be looking to be one of the elite juniors in the coming years. She's got so many role models here at Club Marylands, with, especially in the female sphere of it. If you've just watched, we've seen 17-year-old Chanel Shakouche win the women's major singles final. As we see, Andrew finished just past Jack High. And then we've got numerous young ladies, 16, 15, 17, 12, all competing at the open level at this region. Several of them won open women's medals. Luke's made a couple here. Andrew down on the forehand, just needs to sit on either bowl. Touch the jack. It's just going to hang out. Weight's not bad, but I think he's still 2 down. One bowl each to come. So Luke's going to start his forehand here. Little toucher would take it out of sight. Well, I don't think he's going to come back enough from there to do the little touch that I was mentioning, but he could get off this bowl. No, well, it's definitely 2 to Luke. Andrew will have last bowl. I've been witnessing a lot of Andrew's bowls over recent weeks in this particular competition. I don't think I've ever seen him in such good form since I've been here. It's only been a couple of years that I've been here, but his draw touch has just been sensational the last couple of weeks. And you can just see this different look in his eye. Usually a very attacking player, but he's in the mood where he actually can trust himself to be able to draw himself out of trouble. And that's the sort of attitude you've got to have to play and keep yourself in these big games. Back yourself to play a draw or just through as required. We're looking at a 16 plus green, and he's tried to make that draw shot work, but he's fallen short. I'll wait for the signal, but I think it's about 2 to Luke Fleming. That is the call. Knowing what these two players are capable of, I would say it's probably a pretty nervy start for these two guys. I would expect that over the next couple of ends you're going to see some amazing stuff. Won't be too many bowls outside of a mat length for sure. Luke's changing things up. He's got the mat right back. On the tee. Jack is on the tee. He's going to come down on this wider hand. So the longest end you can possibly get. Tee to tee. Luke Fleming with a great opener. What a great bowl from Luke Fleming. Andrew Lawrence is going to come down on the narrower hand. But with a 16.5 plus green, I wouldn't say it is a narrow hand, it's just narrower. He's a good metre short. So the players electing to play on their opposite hand of each other at the moment. Andrew may well have blocked his own draw shot line off. So he may switch over as we see Luke finish a metre behind. So as expected, Andrew will switch hands. Turned his back on this one and good couple of metres shy, but it is a wider hand too, so he hasn't taken the grass required. Luke's played 2 on this hand. I would expect him to get another one very close here. Well, it'll be a counter. Andrew's third bowl. Got to get a bit more grass out here. He looks more confident about this one, but I still think it's a little bit tight. He's played the narrow hand all game. Oh, I don't think he would have been playing that sort of weight in his mind. He just would have been trying to draw. So Luke Fleming, currently a 5-3 leader, may well be holding 3 shots here. Looking live, I favour his back bowl to be the third shot. So no matter what Luke does here, Andrew's going to be under pressure. He's looking quite frustrated behind the head at the moment. The greatest attribute of Andrew over the last few rounds has been his calmness under pressure. Well, Luke's pretty disgusted with his own bowl there. That wasn't meant to be a blocker. Andrew's having a look here to see whether it's 2 or 3. Well, I've promised you a quality game. I think there's some nerves here early on. Not much wind to be much of a factor at the moment. There is a breeze, but this particular rink has got a lot of protection. When it does come up, it'll be swirling. Alright, we'll just wait for the markers indication here. definitely 2 to Luke Fleming. Close to 3. Well, must be 2 because Luke's kicked it away without giving Andrew a look. Oh no, it was 3, so Andrew did surrender all 3. And we've got a nice little breakout here for Luke Fleming, 8-3, first to 25. Andrew Lawrence with a great bowl there. He's nailed that jack. And at 8-3 down, that's what he's got to do. Luke Fleming, only a foot and a half behind. He can afford to get the second shot and just sit pretty. So all the early pressure is on it. Andrew Lawrence, 8-3 down. Yeah, Andrew's turning his back on that one. Good couple of metres short. Just needs to get his heart rate down and get himself back in this game with the bowl like he played the one before. Because this man on your screen, Luke Fleming, he can turn things around majorly. We're talking about quality players. So we're looking at one shot to Andrew Lawrence. Luke Fleming got second shot, but a large distance. It's a fourth shot, so very attacking player, Luke. But the thing about Luke is he commits to it. He'll play his own game and he'll live and die by the sword. And he's close to changing this up. He's not quite got a piece of the jack. Sorry, he has. Here we go. There's going to be a bit of chalk on this one. Andrew Lawrence holding shot. Half a roll out of Luke's closest bowl will get him 3. And this is the last bowl of the end. I would think that Andrew will be trying to draw a second shot here. If he gets a little bit heavy, rolls that bowl out, gets a 3, that's just a bonus. He'd be definitely just drawing for shot. Although I may be wrong. Does look like he's well, he's thrown the mat, so he hasn't liked it. Well, think he's close to drawing second shot. We'll wait and see what the marker says. He didn't like it. It's just the one. So it's an 8-4 lead to Luke Fleming over Andrew Lawrence. Club Maryland's major singles final. I can guarantee you that you haven't seen the best bowls that you're going to see over the rest of this game. I think there's some nerves out there. Both of these guys have won club major singles championships at other clubs, but we're talking about the platinum winning pennant side of New South Wales. We're talking about one of the premier clubs in the state, and these two guys not in that side currently, trying to make a point. We're looking at players like Jack McShane and Cody Packer sitting on the sidelines because these guys have beaten them. But there is a little bit of a nervy start from both players. Luke Fleming, just in behind, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet. Current greenkeeper here at Club Maryland, so if there's anyone who knows these greens better, I don't know who it would be. Andrew Lawrence is going to finish about jack high. But didn't get back from that narrow hand. I don't know if you saw in the background, there's a little bit of frustration from Andrew. Luke Fleming is definitely inside the last bowl, but he's just going to be a little bit heavy. Crowd starting to build up here. Maryland's is well known for a great crowd during their championships. Andrew urging this one on, and that is the shot. Yep, the markers confirm that. So this is Luke Fleming's third bowl out of 4. And this will be number 1. I think pretty soon we're going to see four bowls like that from both these bowlers. That's the quality they are. But at present, it's one shot to Luke Fleming. There's about a 4-inch gap between the bowl and the jack. Andrew holds second shot, but his only bowl past the head is only a couple of bowls behind. But he's going to go big. Oh, he's just run into his front one. No change. Luke Fleming holding shot. Slight touch will make 3. So he will be drawing on his forehand, so left hand side of the screen as you see it. He'll be drawing there to beat that bowl. Will make 2, and he will be quite happy to just get that little touch. Make 3. Out of his hand now. Andrew's thrown the mat again. Just needs to get that heart rate down, just relax. That's when he plays his best bowls. Luke Fleming, he's made it a couple. He's a quality bowler. quality bowler. If anyone's seen him out and about in the big events, you'll know that he is quality. A very good student of the game. He watches a lot of bowls, as does his young daughter Taylor, who's only 12. They watch a lot of bowls on YouTube. They learn stuff from that. So anyone who, fairly new bowler, up until your first few years, definitely get out there, watch some YouTube stuff, learn some stuff about the game like these two have. Absolutely brilliant role model for his daughter is Luke. And he's got the mat right on the tee, the jack an inch short of on the tee. So it's pretty clear what Luke's plan is here. Go long, nail it early, put the pressure on Andrew Lawrence. Great weighted bowl. So Andrew choosing to play the opposite hand. Just a yard short. Luke hoping to get a touch wider than his last. He is swinging his hand across, so that looks like he's thinking he's wide, but I don't think that's the case, Luke. I think you've got great grass, just a touch heavy. Andrew's going to start in the backhand. Just got to beat his own bowl. If he's a touch narrow and touches his own bowl, he's pretty close to shot anyway. Sit on either of Luke's if he gets around his own. He'll have shot. Well, that's a good bowl from Andrew. Must be close. Yes, Mark O'Brien Sherlock says it's close. Both bowls close to a metre out of away from the jack. Luke's going to continue with his forehand. Just got to navigate past. Well, he's slapping his hands already, so he doesn't like it. He's grasped it well, but he's going to be a bit through. So Andrew will stick to the right hand side of the screen on his backhand. Apparently it's close for shot, so all he's got to do is beat his front one. Touch it or touch either of Luke's bowls. He's surely going to get shot out of that. So he's in and under. And that will be the shot. Luke gives it a clap. It's always going to be good sportsmanship amongst these players. Really good camaraderie at Maryland's amongst all our players. We've been looking hard at our culture over the last 12 months to 2 years, and as we see Luke release his last bowl, but nothing can compete with the camaraderie and ethics of our women's Division 4. Luke's going to be just under. Yeah, so our women's Division 4, so if you're not in New South Wales, you may not know, but that's the lowest women's grade. But our club women's fours is my favourite. I love watching them. The camaraderie there, lots of young, kids for a start, and then young mums, rookies, and it's just so much fun watching them. Luke here, um, he's been managing that side. His daughter, 12-year-old Taylor, is part of that side. They've made the state finals, and it has been so much fun to see what they can do. And if any club's looking for role models, I think our women's fours are the pinnacle of that. I know that we're extremely impressed here at Marylands. And there won't be a more fun side at state finals than that one, that's for sure. So as it stands here, Luke Fleming has played all four. Andrew Lawrence has got his last bowl. He's holding at least one shot. So Andrew has got the orange bowls. He's going to stay here on his backhand. Just got to beat his short one or touch it, and it'll be at least another counter. Well, this is looking good. All he's got to do is just... Oh, no, he doesn't have to wait. So just waiting for an indication. Well, looks like it's a measure for shot. Well, Andrew's knocked at least one of his own out. That looks like two. Get the confirmation. And it is two. So Andrew Lawrence getting himself back in this game. I'm sure I can promise you that you have not yet seen the best of these players. Probably a bit of nerves. We've got this particular time, the green will start to settle and it'll be a very consistent weight and grass. We've got the moisture coming out of the grass probably the last hour or so. So from here on, I would expect a little bit more consistency from both players. Andrew Lawrence with the first bowl of this end. We're looking at the Club Marylands Major Singles Final. Andrew Lawrence versus Luke Fleming. Both of these men have won major singles titles at two different clubs, but neither of them have won it here at Marylands. So we're going to have a new champion at Club Marylands going through to Champion of Champions as Luke Fleming, not shy of Jack High by much. And what I've seen so far and what I've seen in the last few weeks, it's looking like a nervy start from both players. And if you just tuned in, without denigrating the two players, but I do want to mention that Jack McShane and Cody Packer, two of the players that have gone by the wayside by these players. So we're talking about a quality field. Luke Fleming just a little bit shy. Andrew Lawrence just taking his time, wiping his hands. A little bit of sweat, a little bit of nerves. It's actually quite warm out there. I think it's about 30 degrees outside now. So that may have contributed to the sweaty hands from Andrew Lawrence, who has just nailed the jack. One shot to Andrew Lawrence. Luke is going to come down on his forehand. Both his bowls coming through. Knowing Luke's game, he will not be short. Oh, cracking effort. I'm close to Jack High Live. Andrew's just had a good look at it. Marker Brian Sherlock may give us an indication. He's given us an indication that it is 1 to Andrew Lawrence. So Andrew's front bowl, the orange bowl, is the shot. And looking at it live, very difficult for what you're seeing on your screen now, but the back bowl of Luke's, which is behind the jack and to the left, actually looks like second shot rather than the one jack, just sort of jack high. So Andrew, holding shot, gave himself a chance. That was his last bowl of the end. And Luke Fleming, who I believe is one down, has it the next three. All the back bowls are Andrew's, but Luke holds the next three after being one down. So he's got to weigh up the options. Does he want to play a little bit through, try and knock Andrews out, sit there for 4? But if things go wrong and he rolls Andrews onto the jack, he could be 3 or 4 down. So he's changing hand, he's going backhand, which indicates to me that he's looking to try and sit that bowl out. He's looking intently. It'll come back now. It's got the jack, so what's going to happen? Well, I'm not quite sure. Looking live, I think Luke's got shot out of that. On the screen, it could be 2 down, but I think live it is 1 shot to Luke Fleming. No, Andrew Lawrence has got the mat. The score being flipped over, 1 to Andrew. And we tighten up yet again, 7-10. So all you neutrals out there, you'll be looking forward to a very tight game. We had Luke Fleming sneak out a bit, but Andrew Lawrence has won the last couple of ends. And we've got a 3-shot game, first to 25. I don't think we've hit the heights of the performance yet. Pretty sure we're going to see some amazing stuff over the remainder of this game. But at present, we've got Andrew Lawrence. First bowl of this end, Andrew Lawrence. He's won the major singles at a couple of clubs. He's been at Marylands for a while now, but never won the major singles here. He's won it at Belmore and Guildford. If you know anything about Club Marylands, Guildford is part of our Club Marylands group at present. But before that was the case, Andrew won the major singles there. Amazingly, he's won the major pairs at 4 different clubs. Andrew's not far away again. Well, this is the standard I've been expecting all game. I'm pretty sure we're going to keep this up for the rest of the game. These two guys are too good a quality to let nerves get to them. Luke Fleming, major singles winner at Kemps Creek in Austral. Sits Andrew's second shot out. Both of these men have won state number 2 pennants. But would be playing at the highest level in most clubs in New South Wales. Both quality skips. Andrew's waving that on, but it's not quite going to get there to count. Luke holds 2 seconds. Not much danger of being a yard through. And that's the weight he had. So Andrew's been playing the backhand, the right hand side of the screen all game. I think he may be thinking now to swap it over, get on that forehand, run into his own bowl, trail the jack, could make 2 or 3. He's going to stick on the backhand here. All he's got to do is beat the bowl just past jack high of Luke Fleming. Get a second shot in there. Luke will have last bowl. And there's not much he can do with weight. Well, now it's just a little... Same weight as his last. Sit the shot bowl, little trail on the jack. I'm not sure if his daughter Taylor's out there, but she should be acting as his coach, keeping... She's got a very good bowls brain on it for a 12-year-old. Keep her dad settled before he gets into any sort of frustration. He's got a great line on this. It's just a matter of whether he's too heavy or not, and he is. But no danger. But there's Andrew Lawrence yet again, picking up a shot. So we've tightened up yet again. We've got a 2-shot game here. Club Maryland's major men's singles final. First to 25. We see Club Vice President Brian Sherlock marking there, just picking up the mat. If you haven't been to Club Maryland's or you haven't been following us live for a while, the way the camera's facing now, the left-hand side is one part of the club, and you can see the in the background another part. So we've got an L-shaped part of the club. When it's windy, it can very much swirl around there and be very difficult, but we don't have much breeze out here today. So that won't be affecting the players. For those connoisseurs of green conditions and rink mapping, etc., etc., if you have a bit of a look, you'll probably notice that from the tees in both directions, so on the left-hand side, the 2 metre mark across, and if I zoom out a little bit here, you'll see it as well on this particular rink. The greenkeepers have been looking to protect from the tee back that last 2 metres by giving it some hand watering, so it's a lot greener. So when those bowls hit past the tee, it will slow down a lot more than what it normally would. So if the players are well aware of that, and obviously Luke will be, he's a greenkeeper, so if that jack gets back past that tee, you can afford to play an extra couple of feet through and expect to stop. So that's going to be interesting if a jack ever goes back in the ditch. As we see Andrew Lawrence draw a second shot in, and this one is 2 bowls behind. It's very important to be well aware of the rink conditions or the green conditions in tournament play or play that requires you to be across multiple greens or multiple rinks. You can see the Club Maryland sign in front of you there. That won't have much effect on the bowls at all. But if you ever watch a lot of the Tweed Heads events where they have especially when they have the golden nugget, there's a very big logo in the middle of the green, and as part of the New South Wales junior committee, we noticed that a lot of difference as a bowl comes through that logo. It would actually speed up and then slow down once it came out of it, so it would affect the grass of the bowls as well. So for all you inexperienced and younger bowlers, have a look at each individual rink and see if there's something out there that may change how things go. Andrew Lawrence holding 3 shots here. He's down 10-8. Club Maryland's major singles final. The pinnacle of all club championships. The club major singles finals. We saw that in the women's earlier here on live stream, where young 17-year-old Chanel Shakouche beat 78-year-old Say Lee Jones. Game for all ages. Luke will have last chance here, but Andrew on a good line here. Down by 2 shots. Holding a couple. He's going to sit his own shot bowl, so he will count. There's plenty of room there for Luke. But he's 4 down. So any sort of nerves here, if he overcorrects, undercorrects, could be disastrous. He's chasing it though, he likes it. And he's going to go through a bit. In fact, he's gone all the way through, so I believe that's going to be a full count to Andrew Lawrence. So from being so far down early on, Andrew Lawrence has hit the lead. Looking at Andrew live, he's wiping a lot of the sweat off his brow. We're about 30 degrees Celsius here in Western Sydney at the moment. I'm not sure if it's all just because of the heat or whether there are some nerves there. But as we all know, this is the elite event of any club. The major singles final. And to be perfectly honest, Marylands is just not any ordinary club either. We're talking about the New South Wales Platinum Champions. We're talking about a club that is up for the Bowls New South Wales Club of the Year. So all of this will add to the pressure of these two guys who've never won a Marylands Major Singles Championship. They've both won 2 Major Singles Championships. Both of them have won it at different clubs. Andrew has done it at Belmore and Guildford before it was part of our Marylands bowling group. And Luke won it at its original greenkeeping club, Kemps Creek, and then at Austral, as we see Andrew cement this end so far after 2 bowls. Luke was playing the other hand earlier on in this game, in this direction. Well, Andrew Lawrence was probably 10-4 down, I think. So he's got the last 8 shots. He's holding a couple here, if not 3. Luke Fleming playing a hand. He hasn't played much in this direction. He's going to be underneath it as well. So all the advantage is to Andrew Lawrence here. Andrew's having a good look at it. I think this is more about just relaxing, taking a breath. And trying to work out what Luke may do. Luke is a very attacking player. He'll have last bowl. If I was Andrew, I'd be on the backhand like he's been playing all the time, and if he can get down past his own bowl or even onto Luke's bowl. But he's going to go on his forehand though. So he's gone in the ditch. Luke does have one right back near the ditch. But I don't know that he can afford to be down that backhand with too much weight. If he's a little bit wide, takes his own out, he's definitely 3 down. But if he's already 3 down, that won't worry him. I don't know what it actually is at the moment. Well, he's going to be playing with a bit of weight. Oh, he's just going to get a piece of it. As I said, he's got the back bowl as well. I'll have to zoom back out of here. There is a chance he's made 4 out of this. Yes, with that bowl being kicked out by Andrew Lawrence, that is a 4 to Luke Fleming, almost out of nowhere. Andrew Lawrence had been dominating recent ends. He's holding 3 probably before that last bowl, Luke Fleming gets a bare jack. A bare jack for 4. What a ballsy move. So Luke's changed it right up. He's put the mat right up, putting the jack on the tee, staring down the barrel of a 5-shot, well, 5-shot deficit. Gets a bare jack, gets a maximum. 1.5 metre short with his first. Andrew just needs to regroup here. He's done nothing wrong. He cannot control what his opponent does. So he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing. It's a very good start. Well, 2 very uncharacteristic bowls for Luke Fleming. 2 metres short with his first. His second bowl, well, this may well be greenkeeper's knowledge, but it's a little sand patch back here where head greenkeeper Ben Harvey's been building sandcastles. Luke's finished in that, and Andrew Lawrence has just put a jack high bowl in, putting pressure on. Well, Lukey's going to be through again. So after just picking up a 4, Luke Fleming's going to be staring down the barrel of 3 down, which he was last end before he took a bare jack into the ditch for 4, and he's probably going to have a very similar opportunity. Will he try and play for it? I wouldn't think so, but you just never know. So Andrew holding 3 shots. Luke will be looking for second shot. If he gets second shot here, hang in there. And no matter where this bowl finishes, Andrew's going to have a chance of making 4 anyway. Well, the weight was good, but I don't think he's cut anything out. So Andrew Lawrence doesn't have to play any sort of conversion shot, just got to beat his own bowls on the draw and return the 4 shots that he lost on the last end. On the mat now. Nice, steady pre-bowl routine. He's quicker than his last couple, but he's run into his own counter. I would think that that is 4, and that is confirmed by our marker, Brian Sherlock. So back-to-back 4s swapped between the 2 players. It's only early afternoon, not even 1:30. Back-to-back 4s makes this game probably within half an hour of finishing. 16-14 in favour of Andrew Lawrence. Both players continue to wipe their brows. It is quite warm out there. Still only in September, but it's a good 30 degrees outside. neither of these players will use that temperature as an excuse. Good start from Andrew Lawrence. Couple of feet short. Greenkeeper Luke Fleming with his first bowl in this direction. A little bit of a rub there. Andrew's asking the question. Brian Sherlock, Vice President and marker, has said it's not quite a metre shy. But Andrew will swap over to this wider hand. Doesn't like it. He's going to fall short. Getting down to the nitty gritty at 16-14, first to 25. Club Maryland's Major Singles Championship final. Luke Fleming, a bowl and a half shy of Jack High. Not sure about whether that width gives him a shot. I believe it is. So plenty of room here for Luke Fleming, down on his backhand. Holding shot. Well, he's close to Jack here. He's not happy. It's not ideal. It's only one now. He misses the Jack. He's probably holding a couple. But the one he has got is going to be very difficult to beat. Andrew's only got one more bowl. And he has to draw this one, get one close, because if he does not, there is a shot on for Luke Fleming to take Andrew's closest bowl out for 4. So he's going to be playing a draw shot. He's probably got less than a foot to count. Andrew has second shot, but he needs another one in there because Luke will have opportunities if not. Yeah, good bowl from Andrew. He's one down, taking medicine. Luke will be down, looking to beat that last bowl, make it 2. Could probably still do it on either hand. He's been playing the backhand right of screen, but the best shot is down on his forehand. Either way, forehand it is. Beat Andrew's last bowl, make a couple, make it 16 all. That's what's going through his head. Weight's looking good. Grass is looking good. Well, kicked one out for Luke Fleming. Andrew's having a look. They're going to get the measure out. Just the one. One to Luke Fleming. Race to 25 shots. We've got 16-15 lead to Andrew Lawrence with the orange bowls. This is the Club Maryland's major singles final. The last two men standing. Couple of internationals in their wake to get to here. As we see Luke Fleming with a very nice start, about a metre behind. Probably getting a little bit nervy for both these players. They both had the confidence to beat each other, that's for sure. Luke a metre behind. Andrew is nearly a metre in front. Live, it looks like Andrew's shot, but the shot bowl for this game has not been played as yet. Great shot here from Luke Fleming. Pretty sure that was because his daughter's coaching him. 12-year-old Taylor. She would have said, Dad, take a metre off. Get one near the jack for goodness sake, like I do. Andrew Lawrence, one down, playing up and through. He's just going to be narrow. I assume that he was trying to get up around his own and sit that shot bowl. Not a bad position, because it will swing on that hand. If he gets the jack, there's a good chance it'll go back out to that shot. Oh, great shot here from Luke Fleming. Tied it up nicely. Andrew won't be sure, but he's also... Luke's got the button just in behind as well. He's going to be tight here. Luke is looking really strong here at the moment. Holding 3 shots. Andrew's only got 1 left. And with the green running nearly 17 seconds and a bit of a breeze coming up, it's going to be very difficult for Andrew to play the perfect shot with his next bowl. So I don't see Luke trying to cover anything here. He's 1 down at the back, but holding 3 shots. He'll be looking to just either tidy it up. Oh, he's changed hands, and I think he's not quite going to get there, is he? Oh, yes, he's going to sneak past. That is 4. So Andrew Lawrence under huge pressure here. You won't be able to tell from on screen here, but the breeze has come right up. Andrew's got nothing within a couple of metres. Leading the game 16-15, but currently down 4 shots. There is a target. I think he'd be happy to play a good metre overweight. He's just got to get out a bit wider than his last couple of bowls. Looking better. He's looking positive. He's going to get some luck. No, he's not. It's not going to get past there, so it's looking live. I think that's another 4. That's the third 4 of the game. It's an 18-16 lead, so it was only 3 to Luke Fleming. Race to 25, Andrew Lawrence, 9 shots required. Luke Fleming, 7 shots required. Decent crowd building up here. We've had the women's final earlier this morning where 17-year-old Chanel Chakouche beat 78-year-old Saylee Jones. And once again, there were some amazing players who did not make that final. Maryland's being the current runners-up at women's #1 pennants in the state behind Cabramatta. So a very strong field, and it was the 17-year-old that ended up winning it. And here we are in the men's final. Both these men have won major singles titles at 2 different clubs each, but neither of them have won a Maryland's title. Sorry, singles title, I should say. Yeah, good shot here from Luke Fleming. A little bit of a touch. Got the jack back a tiny bit. He leads 18-16. Andrew Lawrence been at the club for many years now. Won a lot of titles, but not a major singles, as we see him just shy again. The signal from Brian Sherlock, Vice President and marker, is that it is 1 shot to Luke Fleming. I don't think the shot bowl's been played this end yet. Both of these gentlemen definitely better bowls than what we're showing at the moment. I think there's some nerves out there. Just a reminder to get here. We've got players like Jack McShane and Cody Packer left in their wake. We're looking at close to a 17-second green here. Obviously a very difficult pace to play, that yard through. Andrew Lawrence has rolled his own bowl up. I'm not sure whether it's enough or not. Looking live at our marker, there's no indication. So there's 1 bowl each left this end. Luke coming down the forehand. Any touch on the jack is a huge bonus. All of Andrew's bowls are short. All of Luke's are behind. Well, he's on track. He likes it. He's on his haunches. Oh, geez, just missed it. Well, it's got to be the shot. Andrew's looking at second shot here. But the fact that all of Andrew's are shy of the jack and all of Luke's are behind, there's not a huge amount that Andrew can do. It's a 1 indicated by the marker. And I think we'll see Andrew down here on the backhand just trying to sit the shot bowl, sneak inside it. 1 down is not a disaster. Keep your chin up. Live for another day. Worst case scenario is he's 16, 19 down. Best case scenario is he's 17, 18 down. He's in the area. He's grassed this well. Oh, he's just a touch over to get inside. So that'll be 1 to Luke Fleming. And a 19-16 lead. We're getting towards the back end of this Blue Ribbon event here at Club Marylands, the men's major singles. Got Luke Fleming, one of our greenkeepers here at Maryland's, been here for 2 seasons now. Played a bit of Platinum Pennants. One of our strongest ones players. Up against Andrew Lawrence, who's been a regular in the top grade here at Marylands, but neither of these guys have won a major singles here at Marylands. It's a big carrot. Luke finishing 50 centimetres behind the jack. Great opening bowl. Andrew following in down on the backhand as well. Good opener from Andrew as well. That'll give him a guide for his next couple of bowls. Andrew Lawrence in his semi-final beat Cody Packer. Luke Fleming in his semi-final beat Sam Dukes. And in the quarter-final, Luke defeated Jack McShane, so he's got a couple of good scalps to his name leading into this. And he currently has a 3-shot lead, 6 shots shy of winning the championship. But this man, Andrew Lawrence, he's also only 9 shots shy of his first ever Marylands Major Singles Championship also. Luke holding shots. Looking good with this bowl as well. Marcus having a bit of a look to give us an indication. He's saying it's 1 shot to Luke Fleming. So I'm not sure which one of those 2 shots of Luke's, the white and red ones, are the shot bowl. Andrew has decided to change his hand, so this is a little bit narrower, this hand. Looks like he's grasped it well. Coming back nicely. He's just got to hold on. Oh, he's just gone through. I don't think that's changed anything. But a very good sighter. That's the first one that Andrew's put down on that hand for a while in this direction. A very good sighter. So unless Luke nails this, I think Andrew will have the confidence that he can draw the shot here. 1.5 feet between about 3 different bowls. Looking at it live, it's the front white bowl of Luke's that is the shot. So he's just gone past that. Can't get inside Andrews. So the front white bowl of of Luke Fleming is the shot. I think he's looking to see who's got second. But all Andrew has to do is fix his grass up from his last bowl and or drop 1 foot of weight, and he will nail that jack and have the shot. Currently, Luke Fleming, 1916. So Andrew Lawrence just getting on the mat now. Well, he's going big. And he's got it. He's got it. The jack is very close to the peg, but I believe it's in. And if it is in, I think Andrew Lawrence might have 3 shots here. Well, the jack has been picked up, and yes, it's 3 shots to Andrew Lawrence. Well, a bare jack. 1 shot down, made it to 3 shots up. The jack finishing inches inside bounds. Luke Fleming was very quick to walk over, pick up the jack and say, yes, 3 shots to you, Andrew. Well, 19 all. What a game we've got here. Andrew's got the mat well back, but he's thrown the jack to a 3/4 length. Both players within 6 shots, 2 ends of winning the Club Maryland's Major Singles Championship. Which one of these players is going to nail it first? Well, it's not Andrew. He's 3 metres through. Very nervy bowl he put on the shorter end. Luke Fleming has got pretty good weight on this one. Advantage Luke Fleming. Andrew trying to dry his hand. It's very warm out there, 30 plus degrees. So just trying to ensure that he's got enough grip on his bowl. He's played a good bowl, it's just going to go under a touch. Finished in a very good place. I'm sure Luke would be very happy with a little bit of a change up here. Any sort of touch on his bowl or the jack is going to be a big positive, and he's just, great bowl. It's now got a bit more of a target. We'll be interesting to see. Andrew looks like he's just going to come down with a yard of weight here. He does like to put big weight on Andrew, so we'll be interested to see what happens over the next couple of bowls. 2-bowl target. Luke Fleming holding 2 shots at 19 all. Andrew Lawrence has the best 3 back bowls. I would expect that Luke will just stay away from this. Yes, going forehand, trying to split all those bowls or finish behind and count would be even. He'd be happy with that. He's got last bowl. Any movement of the jack that gives him a metre to draw in, he'll back himself. So, well, he's gone back to the backhand. I still think he'd be trying to get behind. Not be too greedy. He's got his hands up saying, please God, make me turn a bit tighter. Well, he's short. What's it? Well, I've got Katie Aslin here with me. She just said that after he bowled it, there was a big gust of wind. So that is why Luke would have put his hands up there. Oh, questions being asked here of Andrew Lawrence. 1919, first to 25. He's 2 shots down. He's got the 3 best backwoods. Going to see something about his courage here. Well, he's not going to draw shot. So it's just the choice of weight. Does he play a yard or 2, or does he go big? Well, he's going forehand. Sorry. Let me restate that. He's going backhand. He's not going with much weight either. Andrew Lawrence is close here. Oh. Wow. He's a bowl width or a bowl weight away from making probably 2 to 3 shots. But as it stands, Luke Fleming holding the 2. He's got 2 feet to draw third. And at 19 all, 3 shots would be amazing. He doesn't like it. So it's going to be 2 shots to Luke Fleming. It is 21-19. In favour of Luke Fleming, second best bowler in his family. Andrew Lawrence probably the second best bowler in his family after his brother Brad as well. Very much a family club, Club Marylands. If you watched our pennants 2 weeks ago, or sorry, only last weekend actually, you would have known so many mothers and daughters and sisters all playing for the women's sides. Families embraced here, that's for sure. Luke Fleming coming down now. His daughter, 12-year-old Taylor, is off to the state pennant finals in Division 4. The age of 12. So Andrew Lawrence, once again, just trying to get good grip on his bowls. Quite warm out there. Nice smooth delivery. The hand he's playing here is the wider hand, so this should come back nicely. Just a metre shy though. Mark O'Brien looks up at the flags. I'll show you here about the breeze blowing these men's shirts a bit up this end. They're bowling towards the least protected end. However, the end that they're at, the wind will swirl around in the L shape of the club. Good shot from Luke Fleming. He is one major end away from winning this game. 21-19. Full count to get him the win. Andrew Lawrence is the one under all the pressure. Yeah, the wider hand he's going to swing across like he did in this direction before. So So live scoreboard, it'll be 23-19 in favour of Luke Fleming. Both players playing opposite hands. Luke's going to pull up, I'm not sure. Well, that'll be 3. So, unless Andrew does something here, I would expect that Luke Fleming will be holding game. So Andrew taking his time, he's down on the backhand. Just needs to get down under his own. Well, round that he's got to be close as well. Well, I think he's only one down now. Looking at it live. The jack high bowl is definitely the shot for Luke Fleming. No indication from our marker, but I think it's only one. However, half a roll on Andrew Lawrence's last bowl, Luke Fleming would be holding 4 shots. He's going to play safe down onto his own bowls here. Well, he's got the gap. Can he get onto this bowl? Not quite. Got his hands on his head. Andrew Lawrence having a good look at this now. No indication from our marker, but looking live, I think it's just the one shot to Luke Fleming. Andrew having good thoughts about this. He's now made up his mind. He's strutting back to the mat. Well, he's going to go back up there. It's such an important bowl. He needs to make sure he's confident. He did look confident when he walked back up. But he's thought about it again. He's come back down and had a look. I think when he got to the other end, the gust of wind would have been in his face looking out there. So I think that may have been the reason why he went back up to the other end, just to use up a bit more time and hope that that wind settles down. Looking live, I think it's only one down. There are a couple of little indications from outside that it's a measure for actually 3 for Luke Fleming. So this is such an important bowl. Andrew's just got to get down and under, or a good whack on that. Wow. Well, he's got the shot. Luke, yeah, he's got his head down. Like all good players, Andrew's put his head down, basically apologised. That wasn't what he was looking for. But in saying that, would have always been on his mind as a plan B. He had the weight to make that his plan B. So we have the Maryland's major singles final for the men. It's a 2021 game, first to 25. We are so close to the conclusion of this game. And we have seen ebbs and flows throughout. There is pressure on both these players. Andrew's got his mat up 2 metres. He's got the jack in the middle of the logo as well. So we're logo to logo. So probably 4 metres shy of T to T. So 2 metres either end. If you're going to get nervy, you may as well get past, and that's what Andrew's done. Luke Fleming leads 21-20. So both players are now opting to play on this backhand in this direction. So the winner of this match here will go through to Champion of Champions. And the New South Wales Champion of Champions was won last year by this particular club, with Jack McShane being victorious. Luke Fleming accounting for Jack McShane in the earlier rounds. So Luke beat Jack McShane in the final 16. He then went on to beat Sam Dukes in the semi-final by a shot. And in the other semi-final, Andrew Lawrence was victorious over Cody Packer. Andrew getting a bit frustrated here. Something happening in the background. He's just got to relax. Control what he can control. He is 5 shots shy of his inaugural Open Men's Major Singles Championship here at Maryland's. Won it twice at other clubs. Got his head down. He's just got to relax here. Not find excuses for Luke Fleming pulling apart here as well. He's seeing some more stuff in the background as well. So Luke has 2 more bowls to come. So can afford to be a little attacking here. And that hasn't worked for him either. So we've got Andrew Lawrence holding shot. Probably holding 2. Andrew walking back to the mat, shaking his head. There's a little bit of frustration, probably with what's going on in the background. You can see him trying to dry his forehead. There's a lot of Celsius out there today, at least 30 of them. Andrew is 1 down on the scoreboard, but he's holding 1 shot, if not 2. And he can put Luke Fleming under big pressure here. If he can get a bowl to beat the back one of Luke's. Is it just going to go through? So that doesn't change anything. So it's 1 shot to Andrew with a close one. Well, I thought there was 3 fingers there, but it can only be 2 surely. Yes, 2 fingers. So the front bowl of Andrews, which is a good 1.5 meters short, that is second shot. So for Luke, it's all about, do I try and get second shot, or do I try and make sure I'm up, get a piece of the jack especially. Bowl is great, but jack especially would make a couple. He's in the area, he's got second shot. So 1 to Andrew Lawrence, 21-21. Both players on the springboard. One full count end short of winning the game. You can see Andrew in the background trying to get a lot of the sweat off his face and head. It's quite warm out there. We're still only in September, but it's a good 30 degrees out there. Andrew was struggling to get a grip a couple of times earlier in the match with all the sweat on his hands. So he's taking his time here, making sure that he's got all that sweat dried off his hands, ready to go. 21. Both of these players have knocked off jackaroos to get here to the major singles final here at Club Merrylands. And now we are only 4 shots short of a victor. Will it be Andrew Lawrence? Andrew Lawrence has won singles championships at Belmore and Guildford before it became part of the Club Merrylands group. Luke Fleming, bowling now, has won major singles championships at Kemps Creek and Austral. Well, I just switched the camera to try and show the breeze on the guys' shirts, and it just died down straight away as well. It is a little bit breezy out there. It's going in all directions. As you can see there's an L shape of the club on the left hand side and the top of the screen. So any strong breeze will make it swirl. Andrew's first bowl is well behind, but his second one is all over it. Andrew Lawrence with the ascendancy. His back bowl there, just shy of the ditch. He'd be very happy with that one now. He's got the jack covered, so any movement of the jack, it's all going to go back to Andrew Lawrence. The indication from the marker is it's about a 3-inch gap. We haven't seen it in this game, but Luke Fleming is a very good exponent of the drive. The way it's setting up this end, it may well be unleashed. Well, Andrew Lawrence is playing some great bowls at the moment. I think that may oh geez, it fell over, and the target is now a lot less. It's looking like a 2-bowl target. So Luke Fleming is not going to be having a huge run at it, but he will be playing a touch of weight by the looks of it. Well, 2 shots to Andrew Lawrence. He's got the back bowl. Andrew would be well aware that Luke Fleming loves to have a drive. Both bowls could go clean, and if they do, it looks like 3 to Luke. So Andrew, he needs to get one in amongst it without doing anything to the target. So in behind, half a metre behind at the most. He's played 2 brilliant bowls in his last 2 bowls on this hand. With the swirling wind, the grass, maybe a little bit of luck if you just reduce the target. Oh, what a bowl from Andrew Lawrence. And I can no longer see Luke being able to take out all 3 bowls. He could have got the 2 bowls. He would have had the next 3, but Andrew Lawrence has not changed the target. He's only made it harder for Luke because the angles just do not line up so well. Oh, if I was Luke, I'd be going off to see my coach Taylor, getting her opinion. He's made up his mind, picking up his bowl. He's very positive in his mind. There is no hesitation. So whatever he's decided, he's going to commit to. It's going to be just narrow. It'll be 3 shots to Andrew Lawrence. And Andrew Lawrence leads the major singles championship final 24 to 21 on the back of 3 amazing draw shots. His first bowl was nearly 2 yards behind, and then after that he nailed 3 amazing bowls. That put the pressure on Luke Fleming, but Luke's been here before. Luke will have the confidence that he can do it from here. But Andrew Lawrence, 1 good bowl away from, he's in his first major singles championship at Maryland's. I can see his uniform blowing around. There's a decent breeze out there. Saw him take a deep breath. Taking his time with his delivery here. He knows what's at stake here. Yard and a half, nearly 2 yards behind, but nailed the line. Luke very quick to get on the mat. He's looking very comfortable as well. Very experienced player. And he's nailed the weight. And just swiping across his face, maybe an insect in his way. Oh, he's put his head down after delivering that. He doesn't like it. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, well, he might get the jack here. But yeah, he's definitely heavy and tight. So good result. But like any good sportsman, he knew that was not what he intended to do. Luke's going to stay out here on that backhand. As long as he gets his weight right here, he's going to be in the area. He's just a touch over. Doesn't matter how many Andrew holds, he only needs 1. There is space there for both players to play the winning shot for the end. And if it's not Luke Fleming, it'll be Andrew Lawrence that walks away with the title of Club Maryland's Major Singles Champion. Well, Luke, he's looking to change his hand here now. Couple of arm movements which indicated he wasn't overly happy with it. And whilst he's not far away, he's still down. Match. Championship. Andrew Lawrence got the towel out again. Getting rid of some of that sweat. The pressure is going to be big here. He's holding match. He's not standing there thinking about, what shot to play. He knows what shot to play. He's just concentrating, getting his heart rate down. Get to the mat end. Probably another deep breath before he gets into it. And he's released it. He likes it. Look at his stance at the back there. He's looking confident. Well, Andrew Lawrence, great bowl. He's holding match. He is 1 foot jack high, and that's all that Luke Fleming has. I am pretty sure that Luke is just going to go down here on the draw shot. This could be the last bowl of the match, unless Luke Fleming can get inside those 2 orange bowls. Well, I think he's quick. He is. Andrew Lawrence, congratulations, young man. You are the Club Maryland's Major Singles Champion for 2025-26. And what a game that young man has played. He's been at Maryland's for a number of years. He's won the major singles at 2 other clubs. But to do it here at Club Maryland's, the Platinum Champions of New South Wales, picking off some major scalps on the way, there's not much emotion here from Andrew, but I can tell you now, he's going to party hard after this. He has been amazing these last month or two. His performance has been brilliant, and he's been rewarded for that. So, well done, Andrew Lawrence. Great effort, Luke Fleming. We will catch up with you guys in the coming weeks when we've got some more championships. Keep looking at our Facebook page, our YouTube page. Make sure you get our notifications. We'll have some great events coming up in the near future. Once again, Andrew Lawrence, our major singles champion for 25-26.